Hello everyone, I'm Junping. Today we're going to talk about, is it worth buying a mixed-use development or an integrated development? Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and the notification button so that you don't miss any of my videos. Let's go! The golden rule of property purchasing has always been location, location, location. But do you know in the recent years, this golden rule has a little inclusion, and this inclusion is convenience. So in the last couple of years, you'll notice there are more of these integrated hubs that are around us. They actually consist of your bus interchange, community centers, libraries, hawkers, F&B outlets, retail outlets, all under one roof. So this not only maximizes your land use, but also brings a lot more convenience to the residents. Some of these integrated hubs that will include our Tampines hub, Hubby at Bedok, and Kampong Admiralty. So the idea of housing different users such as residential and commercial units into one building is not new. There have actually been many developments termed as the mixed-use development, but in the recent years, mixed-use development has evolved to become the integrated developments. So mixed-use development is a hybrid development strategy that enhances living environment by blending living and commercial spaces all into one building or in a cluster of buildings. Typically, the residential block will sit on top of the commercial podium of the building. In addition to the definition of the mixed-use development, integrated developments have direct access to public amenities such as MRT stations, bus interchanges, and other amenities such as a hawker center and community centers. So one good example is the Bedok Residence and Mall integrated development. It comprises of the commercial podium, which is the Bedok Mall, and the residential tower, the Bedok Residence. The development is also connected to the Bedok MRT and the bus interchange, and of course is next to the Bedok Hawker Center. As mentioned earlier on, the most attractive part of an integrated project is its location and its convenience. So these projects are designed to connect the residents to important amenities like MRT stations and interchange, and they are all within sheltered or a short walking distance. Apart from that, the convenience of being able to shop, being able to eat there, or your medical healthcare are all taken care of. Most of the time, these retail malls are actually managed by the developers themselves, and they do have good tenants such as supermarkets, food courts, your healthcare, F&B outlets, and other retail outlets as well. Imagine the majority of your daily amenities and necessities are all at your footsteps. You do not have to drive or take public transport to actually get your groceries or to buy food. And sometimes you don't even have to look for parking or even get off the occasional fines. So this helps you to save money from your fuel consumptions, and your parking fees as well. And apart from saving money, you save time on traveling, having to wait for feeder services or waiting for a car park lot. Another thing that you have heard is that actually food delivering companies are increasing their prices. If you have a food court or other F&B outlets just within your doorstep, you can be less dependent on such services, and you can even pick up the food in minutes and even save on the delivery cost. As I mentioned, the golden rule of property purchase is location, location, location. And when these integrated developments push it one notch higher to include convenience into the equation, more and more people will become more attracted to it. So potential buyers, investors, and even tenants have naturally been more attracted to such projects. Of course, they receive a higher transaction volume both in sales and tenancy as well. But given the smaller supply of the integrated projects that are available on the market, the demand has become greater as the population becomes larger and becomes more affluent. Also, the value of such properties have proved to have hold better over time, and they are actually doing much better than those single-use residential projects of the similar age. So, as much as we have heard so much good things about these mixed developments and integrated developments, there are also some disadvantages of why people don't choose to buy such developments. The lack of exclusivity is something that you may not be able to enjoy if you stay in such projects. As successful as the mall becomes, people around the region will come and shop in the mall, and generally there will be more noise. And for those retail tenants to increase footfall, naturally they will run marketing projects that might also increase noise as well. So if you want to come home after a long day of hustling to enjoy some serene and peace in your house, these projects may not be the ones for you. But nevertheless, it's the convenience that you are asking for. So if this is something that you are considering, you might also want to take note of all these so-called disadvantages or consideration before diving into such projects. Just like every development, there are also pros and cons of the development. The mixed-use development and the integrated developments do offer you the added convenience and option to be able to live and play under one roof. The addition of such added convenience and accessibility to everything are driving factors for mixed-use development. I think before you want to buy, you've got to consider the many benefits of such developments in Singapore, but always remember whether you are able to accept the drawbacks of these projects as well or not. So that's all for today. If you have any questions or topics that you wish for me to talk about, please leave them in the comments below. If not, I'll see you again soon. Thank you. Bye bye!